The Moses say back in those days with Moses. He said, just borrow from them. Did they force them? Did they fight? Did they go to war with them? They didn't fight. They didn't do anything. The Moses did all the work. And Yahweh Mashiach. Yahweh Mashiach and the angel, they did the work. The Messiah put the power into their hand. And the Messiah said, you know what? Go ahead and do this, man. The Messiah moved the spirit, man. We see some of you, you're freaking out. You're freaking out. You're scared because Esau said this, because wicked Joe Biden talking about die, Emmanuel Macron, blah, blah, blah. You know, you got wicked. Come on, man. Don't fret yourself. If you keep on the commandment, there's no need for you to panic, okay? These heathen, they're working every day against you. But y'all don't want to wake up. You want to waste your time on vanity. Don't do that, man. Our forefathers didn't lift up. Listen, they didn't have nothing. And guess what? The Messiah delivered them from the hand of Egypt. The same thing is going to happen on this land, America. And throughout the four corners, whatsoever we've been scattered. Amen, hallelujah. Amen, hallelujah. That's what the Messiah say. We don't need no weapon. No. We don't need that, okay? Hamashiach to destroy this heathen, to cut off Esau, to cut off all this nation. Like, listen, he didn't lift up no sword, nothing. All the thing came out from his mouth and destroyed them. And they were gone as a smoke. Boom! And came over. When the water overflowed, the Egyptian army, who did that? Isn't the Mosai? Did our people talk to the water to overtake the chariot of Pharaoh, the army of Pharaoh? No. So why are you wasting your time for? Why? Just teach the brother. Let them know that's the Mosai. To put their faith, they got to have faith and trust in the Mosai and do that to the Mosai, and they'll be fine. They'll be able to bring it out, brother. They'll be able to be delivered. But you don't teach that. You want to tell the brother, let us prepare. We gotta be mighty. We gotta fight. We gotta do this. We gotta let's learn. We gotta learn. No, you're wasting your time. Okay. The Mosai deliver everything to you. You don't have to do. All you got to do, you keep the commandment, you obey the Most High. Just what I put out there. Okay? We don't promote God. We do not. Okay? We do not promote it. We don't. Okay? And we telling the brother, if you've done that in the past, don't do that. Please, don't do that, brother. Promote the Bible. Promote the law and the commandment of the Most High. Promote the Bible. Whatsoever you go, talk about the law, the commandment of the Most High to his people. The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian. Okay? Some of them look like Esau. Some will look like Chinese. You got to make sure that, just make sure who is their father. That's all you got to do. It's based on the father. So let's get back to this, right? As I say, as you already know, I want to bring a couple of precepts out. You already know, okay? I want to bring a couple of precepts out. So we're going to prove, this point. We're going to prove it, okay? We're going to prove it. We're going to prove it. Let's go right here to this article. But before I read it, let me see what verses I want. All right. Okay, let's go. So let's read it. You see, Chinese official outlined the ambitions, right, following a summit with the community of Latin American and Caribbean states. This intergovernmental forum was launched in 2011. So the Chinese been doing this since 2011. The Mosai moved the spirit upon them to operate thus. Okay. Because you see, America is oppressing Venezuela. America is oppressing Bolivia. They're oppressing all these countries that go against them. That tell them we don't want to deal with you. We don't. Just to steal natural resources. And that's why they're demonizing who? Maduro. They're demonizing Hugo Chavez. He's already dead now. They're demonizing, Evo Morales. And the list goes on and on and on. When you don't bow down to Babylon the Great, when you don't worship the beast, then guess what? You become the enemy of the beast. That's how they operate. If you don't worship Esau, they'll call you are a terrorist. Esau will call you a threat, blah, blah, blah. But who is the real threat is Esau, Edom. They're the real threat. Even the fish is scared of Esau, Edom. The deer, when they see Esau coming out, they're scared. The deer, when they see Esau coming out, they're scared already. Because Esau destroyed the habitation of the deer just to build plywood houses everywhere, man. The deer, they're scared. The cow, they ain't got no, the buffaloes, they ain't got no houses anymore. Because Esau destroyed the houses. Not just us, not just the other nation, no. Even the insect, the bees, when they see Esau coming, they're scared. The bees, when they see Esau coming out, they scared because they know this, oh my goodness, this is a vile nation. Destroy everything, kill us off, kill all the fish, poison all the water, genetically modify everything, man. Esau, man, is Esau. Full of blasphemy. How can he be saved? How can you be blaspheming against the Most High and you be saved? Let's go back to it. He said, this intergovernmental forum was launched in 2011 on the auspices of the late Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez. So this thing starts since Hugo Chavez. Since Hugo Chavez, because the Most High know, you know what? In order to counterattack or counter-opposite, go against Babylon the Great, we need to move the Chinese. We want the Chinese to go over there. They got to take over some of these things. They got to have things over here. We know they're going to do it, but you know what? So that they can go against Babylon the Great. You see, the Most High is great. Who wanted a venue to rival the organization of American state and challenge U.S. influence in Latin America. And that's why America, okay, that's why they killed Hugo Chavez. Babylon the Great, the one that killed Hugo Chavez, okay. The American killed Hugo Chavez. Hugo Chavez came on the TV at the summit of the United Nations. What did he hit the bush? He said, oh, I smell a sulfur. He said, the devil was here yesterday. You can go look it up. I don't know if YouTube have removed it, but you can go on YouTube and you look. Hey, you go and say, the speech of President Hugo Chavez, okay, at the United Nations Summit, annual summit. Then he said in Spanish, I will translate it to you in English. You see there's some that are in English. And when the brother, right, the brother, the deceased brother, what did he say? He said, man, I smell the sulfur right here, man. He said, the devil was here yesterday. And this brother is not like he even reading the Bible deeper, but he got understanding, he got common sense. He know Esau is the devil. That's what he told Bush, and that's why they killed him, man. They killed him very fast. Very fast he died. They smite him with some type of disease that Esau usually do, because they know that's the only way they can kill him. That's the only way. And Hugo Chavez, the type of person he was so kind everywhere he go. He try to hug everybody. He's kissing everybody. Hugging. Hey, why are you doing that? They already, you know, plague you, buddy. You can't do that. You got to watch out. Now you realize that, okay, you got people that are trying to destroy you, things like that, and you got to watch out. You can't just be hugging everyone. You got to tell the children, oh, I love you, baby, blah, blah, blah. And you want to give them whatever you do. But you can't continue to hug. Why are you doing that? People already put things into your food. People already put things into you, and you don't even realize. And that was the problem with Hugo Chavez. That was his problem. That's how he got plagued, man. Esau plagued me very fast. Babylon the Great plagued him very fast. So keep in mind. So he said, and it now stands to furnish Chinese General Secretary Xi Jinping with a platform to gather a coalition of leftists and authoritarian leaders congenial to Beijing interests. The same way the United States of America, they got interest in everybody country, so the Chinese doing the same thing. So they cannot accuse the Chinese. Now they're accusing the Chinese. Okay. We don't have interest in China as a nation. Israelite, we don't have interest in China. But they have interest in our land. The wilderness the Most High gave us. You see, it's on justice. But why is all this happening? Because we sin against the Most High. And the Bible prophecy must be fulfilled. And we're going to get into it. Bible prophecy must be fulfilled. So we're going to get into it. Okay. Bible prophecy must be fulfilled. You got to keep that in mind. Okay. Let's read it. The Chinese Communist Party and government are actively looking to strengthen the tie throughout the Western Hemisphere, in particular with anti-American element. So you say the Chinese are using anti-American element. Okay. Now, listen, they're allies. Okay. Don't believe that. They are not. Until the Most High move the spirit, they're allies. Most of the good that you consume here in America, where do they come from? They come from China. They are not made here. Most of them. Isn't most of these, some of these brands that used to be made here, they ousted all of them. They all be made where in China. Everything you touch, you look on the back, read on the labeling. Read on the label. What you gonna read? Made in China. So don't give me that deception telling me that they're enemy. They are not. They're friend. They're allies. Okay? They're friend and ally. Until the Most High move, put the spirit upon them, and they're going to launch at each other. Okay, that's what we know. And then they're going to start war. The war. There we go. Okay, so let's continue. He say, the Chinese Communist Party and government are actively looking to strengthen the ties throughout the Western Hemisphere, in particular with anti-American element. Florida Senator Marco Rubio, a senior Senate Intelligence Select Committee Republican, said in a statement to the Washington Examiner, Beijing is seeking to surpass the United States in every sector, and we must take this threat seriously. Now, the Most I already said, now this hidden, they're hidden, they don't know any better, all right? They don't know any better. So let's go right here. We're going to prove it. Let's go right here. The Most I already said, man. You see, the Most I already said it. That won't be like unto Esau. No, man. No. No one. No. Come on, buddy. No one, right? So let's read it here. We're going to read in the book of 2nd Ezra, okay? 2nd Ezra, okay? Keep in mind, 2nd Ezra. That's what we're going to read. We're going to go to 2nd Ezra. You got to keep in mind, right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, okay? 2nd Ezra. Let's read to, let me read if I want to, I must take a look at chapter 11 quick, okay? Let's read it, okay? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 11, and verses 1. Then saw I a dream. 2nd Ezra 11 and verses 1. Then saw I a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle. Okay. An eagle is Esau Edom. Okay. Which had 12 feathers, wings, and 3 heads. Okay. Let me jump up right here. Okay. Same book. I must stay in the same book. Right. 2nd Ezra chapter 11. And let's read from verses, let me see, I'm going to get this right here, all right? Okay, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, okay, chapter 11 and verse 38. Here thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou that remain of the 4 beasts? So Esau Edom is the remaining in power. Okay, Esau Edom, the so-called white people, they're the one that are in the power right now. They're the only one. The Chinese are not even in the power. Okay, because the Chinese, they see scared of Esau some way. Whether you believe it or not, they see scared of Esau Edom. They're scared. Okay, they're scared of Esau Edom. They're scared of the so-called white people. They're still scared. Okay, because they watch out what they do and what they're saying. They watch out too. Okay, so the Most High say Esau Edom, they're the last nation to rule on the earth until Hamashiach will return. They're the last one. The Chinese ain't going to rule anything. The Chinese, no. They'll take over some land, some country, based on the Bible prophecy, because we sin against the Most High, we done amiss, things like that. But they cannot attain to the power of Esau Edom. They cannot. They cannot. They cannot, and they'll never. Regardless how many company they set up over there, regardless how many land they take over, listen, they cannot be like unto Esau. Esau is a nation that the Most High set up, that the Most High say among all the heathen, from the day the Most High created everything, from the heathen that ruled that being a power, there will not be like unto Esau. None. Zero. Nada. There will not be none. Okay. So keep that in mind. Let's read it now. He said, Are not thou he that remaineth of the 4th beast? So Esau is the last one that remained, right? Esau is the last one. Esau Edom. Okay. Okay. They're the last one. Okay. That's why, you know, when you take a look at them, ain't nobody can attend unto them. Let's continue. He say, Whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of the time might come through them. The end of the time. The end time of Esau Edom is going to come through who? Esau Edom. The day the Most High will cut them up, game over. And the 4th came and overcome all the beasts that were past. You go in the book of Revelation 12, 3-4. You go in the book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 7. You read down. Okay. He said, and have power over the world. Esau had power over the whole world, man. Some of y'all don't see. You don't see because you're blind, because you see in the Christianity, because you see in Islam, because you see worshiping idol, because you see politicians, you see Democrat Republic. So the Most High strike you and take away understanding. Because you see eating swine flesh, you see eating shrimp, crabs, lobster. You see breaking the commandment of the Most High. How can you gain understanding, man? You got to fear the Most High, man. All right? He said the fourth beast came and overcame all the beasts, overcame all the beasts, all the nations, all the kingdom. So the Chinese, regardless what they're going to do, they cannot attain to the Edomite. They cannot attain to the so-called white people. They will try, but they will not be able. They cannot. Why? Because you take a look at the whole Europe, who is running and ruling Europe, so-called white people. You take a look at America, who is ruling and running America, so-called white people. You take a look at Canada, Australia, New Zealand, who is running it, so-called white people. The Chinese, they got a little bit of influence, but they cannot run it. They cannot run it. Would they set the Chinese to be president in America?